August 11th, 12th, and then taste. So all of our artists have been accepted.
Into mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic.
Good evening and welcome to Mystic Matters. My name is Trisha Cunningham. I'm the president at the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce, and I am missing my lovely co-host tonight, but she'll be joining us next week again. So it'll be me and our guests. So I'm looking forward to spending the next half hour with you. I wanted to run through a couple of announcements that we have from the chamber, just to give you some updates and things that are going on in Mystic. We have our Groton Business Association, which is a division of the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce, and they just recently produced a Groton Guide. And so we've produced about 10,000 of these, and they'll be distributed locally. So be on the lookout for that. But what this publication does is it really outlines all of the historical sites in Groton and the different attractions and calendar of events that there is a lot to do in Groton. So be on the lookout for that. And if you have any questions or if you would like to see some at your business, then give us a call and we'd be happy to send some over to you. A couple of things that we have coming up is we have our regularly scheduled business after hours. Our next business after hours is on June 12th, and this is going to be held at the Mystic Marriott. And this will be a really large event this year. We're going to extend it a little bit. It'll run from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And this will be an opportunity for the chamber to showcase some of our member benefits. So at this business after hours, you'll be doing the regular networking, but you'll also have an opportunity to mix and mingle with some of our membership committee members to talk about some of our benefits. Also, Barry Runyon, who is a business consultant, he is doing a couple of programs coming up for us in June, on both June 8th and the 15th, and those are morning programs. So go to our website, mysticchamber.org, to learn more about the networking events and these educational events and how you can grow your business and grow yourself. And I wanted to mention a couple of our business, new businesses or businesses that have expanded recently. We've been blessed. We've had a lot of ribbon cuttings in the past couple of weeks, and I just wanted to mention a couple of them. Four Paws Veterinary Services, they just recently expanded into a beautiful, beautiful facility. I just brought my cats there this week, as a matter of fact, and they are now located on Cow Hill Road with a beautiful facility. So we celebrated their grand opening a couple weeks ago. Also, A Taste of New England, they opened up in downtown Mystic, and we were able to celebrate their opening. And Gourmet Galley opened up. They had worked out of their home for many, many years, and recently opened up on Route 2 in North Stonington in a wonderful facility. Their kitchen is huge. It's a caterer's dream, this facility. So congratulations to those businesses. And another one that moved to a new location is Kitchen Little. And we're really excited. They are over at Mystic River Marina, and they're in a great location overlooking the water, and they're serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So we're excited for them that they were able to find a location and keep serving all of us their wonderful food. My favorite meal there is the omelets. A couple other things I just wanted to mention is we started last month our Business of the Month program. And our first official Business of the Month through the Mystic Chamber was Grossman Seafood, and they were nominated by someone like you in the community. And at our next week's Mystic Matters, we'll announce our June Business of the Month. But if you're interested, if you know a business out there that you think deserves some extra special recognition, give us a call, look on our website to get the nomination form, because we'd like to hear from you, and we would like to have you guys tell us of a business that you think deserves some extra special recognition. And the other thing that I wanted to let you all know is a couple of updates in downtown Mystic. The Mystic Arts Center has gotten a new machine for their parking lot, where you still pay by credit card, But one of the things that they've changed with that is they now have the first half hour is free. So if you have something that you want to stop in and pick up in downtown Mystic and you don't want to bother trying to find a place if you're like me, you can't parallel park. So I always zip into the parking lot. It's a much more preferred avenue for me. But now it's the first half hour is free. So it's a great opportunity for you to go and grab takeout from one of the restaurants. If you have a dress that you ordered at one of the shops or a gift that you needed to pick up for the baby shower coming up, you can just zip in, grab it, get your gift wrapped, and then go. And it's free parking for that first half hour. So good for you to know. Good for you to know. As Streetscape is winding up, there's still a lot of things that they have to do for Streetscape. So we're encouraging all of our local viewers, if you can find the opportunity to come and shop in downtown Mystic. The downtown businesses really need the local support right now. I just had a lot of updates, so thanks for listening. But now I would like to introduce you to our guest this evening is Chris Freeman, and he is with the Mystic Seaport, and he's also on my board, a past board chair. So welcome to the show, Chris.
Well, Tricia, it's a pleasure to be here. It's been quite a while, I think, since I've been on for a show. So
welcome.
Pleasure to be back. Yeah.
Thank you.
And let me say first, in my capacity as a member of the board, well done. Keep
Thank
up the
you.
good work.
Thank you.
I know you guys just had a membership drive that was very successful. How many new members?
We did have a membership drive, in part thanks to our board. So the board, it was full participation from our board of directors, and we had a membership drive that took place in one day. In that one day, we received 30 new members in one day. And so this was really because of the support from the board. And then beyond that, in the month of May, in the end, we ended up with just over 40 new members for the month, which was amazing.
That's phenomenal.
Terrific. Yeah, we were very happy.
And it's never too late for all of you out there who are business owners or have business owners in your family or contemplating starting a business. The Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce can be a tremendous help and resource, and it's very community-minded, community-spirited. All of the events are fun. It's a great way to go out and see people. So I guess you were saying Mystic Marriott is the next business after hours.
It is June 12th.
All right.
That'll be a good one.
Now, can I talk a little bit about the Seaport?
I would love for you to. Well, before you do.
Okay.
Okay. I was at the Mystic Seaport just the other weekend, and for Memorial Day weekend, because Mystic Rotary just had their Lobster Days, which was a terrific event, well-run machine. But I want to thank the Mystic Seaport for working as a host for that event, and it seems like it's a great relationship between the Rotary and the Mystic Seaport. So thank you for that.
Yeah, it's a long-standing tradition to start the season off with Lobster Days or Lobster Festival or lobster dinners at Mystic Seaport, and we've run it a lot of different ways, but it's great to have the Rotary back doing it, and hopefully it was productive for them. I know I was there on Sunday, and I think they sold something on the order of 500 dinners on the Sunday, so if they did that for each of the 3 days, I think they must be very happy.
Yeah.
In addition to the museum, I'd like to also, while we're saying thanks, mention the folks from Coastal Gourmet, who are our food providers at the museum, who very graciously helped to support the Rotary's presence on this important event weekend. And it came off great.
Yeah, they
the
do a great
helped,
job.
Which was
the weather was terrific.
Yes.
Yeah, I think everybody had a successful Memorial Day because of that weather, so thank goodness.
Yeah, well, the season's off to a great start.
Yep.
And the museum's been busy, which we're very happy about.
Yeah, you've had a great spring.
Yeah,
I understand.
a very strong spring. School groups have been steady, but just general visitors. The school vacation weeks have been very strong for us, and every indication is this is going to be a good summer season. Certainly with the state stepping up again to really help promote tourism to the state of Connecticut and help businesses in our region to be more productive in drawing visitors from out of state. I think it's going to be a great summer.
Very happy with the showing of support for tourism from the state. Yeah. It's terrific, and I think we'll see a benefit for all of our businesses locally because of that.
So now let me ask you, when you think of Mystic Seaport, what do you think of, Tricia?
Oh, well, you know, I have to say, immediately what came to my mind, only because I saw him all weekend, was who is it? Timothy Tugg?
Yeah. Oh, Theodore too.
Oh, Theodore too.
Wharf,
Theodore too. He was a visitor from the Mystic Seaport, and I kept seeing him. I saw him go up and down the river, so that came to my mind immediately. But really, when I think of Mystic Seaport, I think of the Charles W. Morgan.
Mm-hmm. So you think about boats and things maritime. And you think about the Morgan, which of course is our big project right now, currently being restored. Plan to go back in the water in the spring of 2013 and actually take her to sea again for a ceremonial and celebratory 38th voyage.
Yeah.
Well, I was hoping today maybe I could talk about something you might not immediately associate with Mystic Seaport, and that's music. So this is going to be sort of the summer of music at Mystic Seaport.
Excellent. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
And what better place to experience music right on the river. It's a
Precisely.
great location. So what do you have that's,
Well, what we
music
think.
related
Yeah.
coming up?
Well, we have an exhibit that is currently running all about music in the sea that talks about the different influences, the maritime influences on music, and also has a hands-on kids activity where you can make a cardboard box sort of banjo ukulele, and so that'll
Very
be running
cool.
throughout the season into the fall. It's been extremely popular. I
I
can't
think
tell
I've
you
seen some kids
how
walking
many kids
around
are
with
walking
those.
around
So
with
that's where
their
they're coming
custom
from.
instrument.
All
Yeah.
right.
And so that's kind of the backdrop to set up the Summer of Music at Mystic Seaport. As you may be aware, coming right around the corner, June 7th to 10th is our annual Sea Music Festival event. It's
How
a
many
3-day
years
event.
has that been around
I
now?
think this is the 37th.
Yeah, it's up there.
I've forgotten the exact
It's
year.
impressive the
Yeah.
amount of time that the Sea Music Festival has been going on at the Seaport.
Absolutely, and draws musicians from all around the country, throughout the region, and even internationally. It will be no different this year. We've got a tremendous roster that'll be playing on 3 stages all around the museum grounds during the course of that Sea Music Festival weekend. There's also going to be a new storytelling stage as part of the music festival this year, which I think will be interesting.
That's exciting.
And a different twist. And then, of course, there is the Sea Music Symposium, which runs concurrently for people who are pursuing scholarship in the study of maritime music or different work music, cadence singing. And so that starts us off just right around the corner on June 7th to 10th. All of the music events I'm going to talk about today, you can find information at our website, which is mysticseaport.org. Search through there to get information about hours, tickets if they're required. Some of the events we're going to be offering are free of charge, so there should be something for everybody all season
So make sure
long.
you go and look and scope out which events you need tickets for. And so for some of the educational ones, do those happen during the day? Are they at night?
Yeah, so the Sea Music Festival basically runs all day during the day, and then there are different activities throughout the day. You can get ticketed for with admission to the grounds to see anything during the day, but then the evening concerts require a separate ticket. And so
Okay.
you just need to
So there's an opportunity to see some of those
Investigate
concerts
that.
at night too.
Absolutely,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah,
All right.
absolutely. So the next event following up after the June 7th to 10th Sea Music Festival is right at the end of the month, which is not music themed so much, but is going to be a very popular event, and that's the Wooden Boat Show. Wooden Boat Magazine.
Everybody loves the Wooden Boat
Yeah.
Show.
And so this is in cooperation with Wooden Boat Magazine, is coming back with their big event. There should be 100+ different boats available for people to
And
see,
people
some
come
to
from
try.
all over. Do you know the furthest traveler that comes to?
Oh, I don't,
that
but I'm
event?
sure we have people from just about all 50
Yeah.
states.
I had someone
every 50
from
states.
Finland
Yeah.
that was coming to Mystic, especially for the Wooden Boat Show.
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
was amazing. So it has a huge international draw.
Tends to be one of our biggest weekends, bar none. It seems that the the two organizations together, Wooden Boat and Mystic Seaport, really are a compelling draw. There are going to be lots of hands-on activities, workshops, lots of vendors, so you can buy materials if you're interested in building your own boat or looking after a boat you've already got. Some of the best designers and builders throughout the country are going to be there exhibiting some of their best work. It's just a phenomenal weekend, and the museum just looks great having all these extra visitors around.
Yeah.
And then following right on the heels of that, so that's June 29th through June through July 1st. Make sure I get that right. But immediately following, on July 4th, we're doing something absolutely new to Mystic Seaport. We're going to have, we're having a concert on the grounds, but something a little different from Sea Music. We're having a group called Barefoot Truth. Have you heard of this group?
I have heard of them, and they're
Yeah.
very popular and have a great local following.
Absolutely.
So I bet you'll have a lot of people coming out to Mystic
Well, we
Seaport
hope so,
to
yeah. A
celebrate.
great, strong regional act, very sort of hip and youthful in flavor, and something completely
Normally for 4th
different.
of July, you do an Independence Day celebration, so will you still be doing that as
Yeah,
well?
we'll be
So
doing all of our
both
traditional sort of favorite events,
Okay.
but then adding on this great concert. And again, information about how to get tickets and hours of the concert are all available
Okay.
on our website.
Will the concert be later on in the afternoon?
Yeah, I believe it's going to be scheduled from 5:30 to 7:30, I think. Yeah, in
Okay.
the evening. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, and so following right on the heels of that.
There's some exciting things. So this
yeah.
is just one place we're talking about, Mystic Seaport. All of these things are happening right here in our
and just
backyard.
in June
all
and
summer
July,
long.
right? I'm
Yeah.
only going to get you
Yeah.
as far as July this evening, so I'll have to come back to give you the August
Sounds
update
good.
at a
Sounds
different
good.
date. So in keeping with these summer concerts, commencing immediately following the July 4th event with Barefoot Truth, we're going to start start our Summer Music Sundays. And Summer Music Sundays is something we've been doing now for a couple of years, where from 5:30 to 7:30 the museum grounds are open for free for people from the community or people visiting from further away to come stroll around the grounds. Exhibit buildings and exhibit vessels will be closed, but the grounds will be open to the public. And Spouter Tavern, our historic tavern in the middle of campus, will be serving food and beverages, and then there'll be live music available. And so those are every Sunday from July 8th through August 26th, so
That's
pretty
terrific.
much all summer long. I think especially, for locals
because on
who,
a Sunday too, that's, for both locals who are looking to extend their weekend just that
Yeah.
a little bit more, and also for visitors who are opt to stay an extra day. It's terrific.
a good way to wind down after a long day at the beach on Saturday and Sunday is to come over to Mystic Seaport, have a little bite to eat, something to drink, listen to some music, watch the sunset over the beautiful
great
campus.
place to watch the sunset over the Mystic River.
Yeah, well, we think so.
Yeah, with the Peace
Pretty
Sanctuary
special.
in the background, you know.
Well, that is really nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
the estuary there, the view across the river, because it's been restricted to development,
Because
still
it's
looks
been
beautiful.
preserved. Yeah. So what's great about that preservation, the local preservation, is both sides of the river is just so beautiful and maintain that that beautiful green atmosphere and keeps that historic feel to it, which is interesting. So we're hoping on the Stonington side we can see some of that preservation continue over on the Coogan farm. So we're hoping that we'll be able to keep that as well.
Yeah. Then, of course, the next big boat event is our own Antique and Classic Boat Rendezvous, which is a perennial favorite.
If Suzette was here, she would probably say that that's one of Chuck's favorite.
That's his favorite. Yeah.
So I'll say that on her behalf.
Well, I know he's working on restoring a small tender that was a tender to a large wooden motorboat, a consolidated built boat, and he was hoping to have that done in time for this year. I think he was going to actually offer it as an auction prize, maybe at an aquarium event coming
We'll
up.
have to call him and see if that happened or not.
Well, I know he's been working on it. So our event is July 28th, Antique and Classic Boat Rendezvous. It's a great weekend, and again, the big Downriver Parade is a big popular event locally. But we also are building on top of that event what's becoming an annual event and a tradition is our big summer party, the Rum Runners Rendezvous.
Yes.
And so we're going to be doing that again this year on the Saturday evening of Antique and Classic Boat Rendezvous
Now,
weekend.
where does that event take place at the Mystic Seaport?
This year, I think it's going to be on the north campus or north lawn out behind Latitude Restaurant.
Oh, beautiful. And there's that nice tented area.
Big,
and
beautiful lawn, big tent, so it'll be nice, shady and cool and breeze off the river.
Yeah.
And this year's theme is a beach theme, kind of celebration, homage, I guess, to the Beach Boys' 50th anniversary year. So, shorts and Hawaiian shirts and flip-flops, and there's going to be great food.
So we don't have to dress up in our tuxedos and our gowns.
No.
All right.
You can if you want, if that's what you normally would wear to a beach party. But the idea is to have a fun, easygoing evening, beach-themed evening with lots of fun drink specials and food and some good music, and again, a great night out. It's really become sort of one of the highlights on the summer calendar for a lot of our members and friends who really turn up to support the museum.
I was going to ask, is that a mix of both members, both locals and members that come from a distance come out to that event?
Absolutely, yeah, especially because it's with that Antique and Classic Boat Rendezvous weekend. So a lot of our members who live further afield will come to Mystic for that weekend and now have a great entertainment option on the Saturday night to participate.
What kind of music will there be at that event?
Well, I think you're going to hear probably a lot of Beach
some
Boys,
Beach Boys
style music, and other beach music. Yeah,
Good.
so I don't know, summer music from the 60s and
from that genre.
that era. Yeah.
All right.
So that'll be a fun one, we believe. In fact, this is you may have seen the Save the Date card around and about. I don't know if that's going to be easy to see at home or not. And
so you guys are busy.
Those are pretty much the music events to get us through July, and then there's going to be more in August.
For all these events, who produces at the Mystic Seaport all of these events?
Well, we have it's sort of a mixed bag. It's at times all hands on deck, but as you can imagine, each department takes a piece of it. So, for example, on the Antique and Classic Boat Rendezvous weekend, the main part of that boat festival is run by folks from the shipyard and from the waterfront area. The party on Saturday night is run largely by the advancement staff and membership staff, and then supported, of course, by the catering team from Coastal Gourmet and Latitude. We do have an event manager, Sharon Brulard, who's full-time trying to orchestrate all of the myriad things we do. The membership department is very active. Our membership department puts on something like 60 different events, lectures, talks, book events during the course of the year. So they're very busy all of the time. And then our education and interpretation department puts on a bunch of different events. The Sea Music Festival is largely sort of driven from that area of the museum. So
what
everybody
about
has a piece.
volunteers? Do these events, do you often look for volunteers, or do you have committees that you need extra help on committees?
We're always looking for help. We do have tremendous volunteer corps, as we've discussed here in the past, something on the order of 1,200 regular volunteers that do everything from help with guest orientation and keeping people moving on these big weekend events, to doing things in the community like putting up, we have the poster brigade who puts up posters and flyers for all of our events.
We get regular visits from them.
We have the parade brigade that helps with our presence at the St. Patrick's Day parade. So there's certainly a role for anybody who would like to contribute some time and effort, and your best point of access is to check in with Rhoda Hopkins in the Office of Volunteers right in the membership building.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know, all of our events are open to both our museum members as well as the general public. It's very rare that we would have a members-only event. It's never too late to become a museum member. As museum members, you get additional discounts on food service at the restaurants, on purchases made at the store. You get discounts on some of our paid programs like the summer camps and some of the educational programs, Lantern Light Tours, all of those perennial favorites in the fall season. So tremendous benefits to being a museum member.
Well worth your while.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. Now, for the fall, you know, we just talked a lot about what's going on through the summer, which is always busy at the Mystic Seaport. But what should we expect for the fall, so we can have some of our locals start thinking about it? Because I know there's, even when we talked about, you know, Chris opened up the show with asking me, what do I think of when I think about the Mystic Seaport? And you know, my immediate response was really the Charles W. Morgan, and they're doing a lot of fundraising now to help support the, you know, the fact that we want to sail her once again in 2014. Precisely. So there's a local committee that's done this Morgan Week. So last year was the first year for that. What kinds of plans do we have? What kinds of plans do we have for?
Well, we're hoping
that
we're going to do that. This was the great fall events last year in November, which were geared around the anniversary of the Morgan's arrival at Mystic, which was a tremendous catalyst to growth for both the museum that we've come to know today, but also for tourism in the region. And so the plan is, again, surrounding that anniversary in November, is to do a bunch of special events focused on the Morgan. I understand we're going to do Restaurant Week?
Yep,
Restaurant Week again?
The Chamber produces, as part of that week, we produce a Mystic Restaurant Week. So, and last year we had over 20 restaurants participating. So it was definitely a success, and it was our first year doing it, and the people loved it, the restaurants loved it, the locals loved it, visitors loved it. So it was a good event. So marrying that week with Morgan Week, I think, worked out really well. Yeah,
absolutely. Now I'm going to have to tell you, I don't think we're going to have a big fireworks show again this fall like we did last fall, but we're working on a couple of ideas that we hope can be as exciting as that.
All right.
Some special programs on the ground, some special programs in the community, but really trying to extend that, you know, those shoulder season months, that gap kind of between the October and December period, to try to have plenty of activities and keep people coming to the region. And certainly the Restaurant Week was very popular with many of our members who came to visit the museum and then were able to get great deals downtown on dining. I think some of the hotel people were really pleased with our ability to draw people to the region during that period of time. You know, we always have a big event on Columbus Day weekend that's sort of a food-themed New England dinner kind of a weekend. We're going to be doing that again. Our October, you know, Sights and Frights or Halloween tours, building on the idea of the Lantern Light Tours for Christmas. We'll be doing something like that again for the sort of October, November Halloween season.
So there's not a shortage, and those are just events at Mystic Seaport. So There is always something going on in Mystic. You know, coming up in Mystic, over in Old Mystic Village, they're doing an international food festival. You know, in downtown, the Mystic Chamber this summer will be doing the Mystic Outdoor Art Festival, Taste of Mystic, and then after Taste of Mystic, over in Old Mystic Village, there's the Garlic Festival. Between Old Mystic Village, Mystic Aquarium, Mystic Seaport, downtown, there's so much to do in our area, and that, you know, so we're very lucky. So we've got your calendars booked.
Yeah. And it all benefits from support from members, whether it's members of the museum or members of the chamber or members of the aquarium. This is a tremendous community, a generous community, and it's support from those people who really live closest and care the most about what we're doing that makes all the difference.
That's true. Well, and I think that's all we have for today. Do you have any last words on behalf of the Mystic Seaport for our viewers tonight?
Just, I'm glad to have the opportunity to be here with you. I'd like to say thank you to you and your team for all that you do at the Chamber, and to encourage people to come visit Mystic Seaport. As I say, the next big event is our Sea Music Festival coming right up on June 7th to 10th. So hope to see you there.
And I'm looking forward to Barefoot Truth on 4th of July.
On 4th of July. That's going to be,
terrific.
I think, a real hot one. Yeah.
Good. All right, well, and that's all we have for you this week, and we'll see you next week. And thanks for watching Mystic Matters.
Into Mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into Mystic. Into Mystic. Into Mystic.